Something really wrong is going on.
Mr. Kirkland, you are out of order.
You're out of order. You're out of order. The whole trial is out of order. They're out of order. That man, that
Courtroom Theatrics. Hey, we see them all the time on television and movies. Is that the way it really works? Well, that takes us to this week's case. It involves a real attorney in Colorado, Linda Marie Lee. She was in private practice and she did criminal defense work. Well, in one of her cases, she took the person she was representing who was accused of a theft crime, and instead of having this client sit at counsel table, as we always see in the movies, she had him sit in the back of the courtroom and then had one of his friends sit at the counsel table. And in her opening statement, she said, "The evidence will establish that my client," pointing to the guy at the counsel table, "is not guilty," because the evidence will establish. She went through her opening statement. All right, well, the case went forward, and that particular ploy did not work well because later one of the eyewitnesses properly identified the accused sitting in the back of the courtroom. Well, guess what? The judge wasn't pleased with this, at all. He granted a new trial and he held her in contempt of court. Held her in contempt of court because that was a fraud upon the court and the jury by virtue of the fact that she led everyone to believe that that was her client sitting next to her at counsel table, when in reality it was not. Not only was she found in contempt of court, not only was a new trial granted, but the judge reported her to the Colorado Bar Association. Colorado Bar Association investigated this, and they suspended her from the practice of law for 6 months. Suspended her from the practice of law. So, what is the point of this? What is the point of this particular case? Well, it's a very simple, singular point. And that is, all of these theatrics we see in the movies and on television in real life do not happen. Do not happen. I mean, we've often, I think, seen situations where the guy who was the accused was either in the back of the courtroom or somebody else was sitting at counsel table. In real life, those kind of shenanigans can't happen. And when they do, the lawyers who engage in them get into all kinds of big trouble. And here, as we see, that big trouble resulted in suspension from the practice of law. Okay. We bring you this case, as we bring you cases every week, so you understand how the law works. I'm David Allen.